point. So today we are going to deep dive right into Nigeria.
All right.
So we've got this article excerpt, and it's about a TikToker, goes by the name Seanking.
Yeah.
And he got arrested.
Seriously?
Yeah, for comments he made about some political figures.
Wow.
So this is interesting because it makes us think about,
Free speech online.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Free speech online, and especially when you're talking about, people in power.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Criticizing leaders. I mean, is that even okay?
Right. And especially online where it can go so viral.
Totally.
So we don't have a ton of details here, but there are some big questions that this brings up.
Absolutely.
So let's get into it.
Yeah, let's do it.
So the article says this TikToker, Seanking, he was arrested because of comments he made about President Tinubu and the Lagos state governor, Sanwo-Olu.
Okay.
Can you give us a little bit of context on Nigeria and how that works?
Yeah, so Nigeria's political landscape has always been, a little bit sensitive. It's one of those places where you got to be careful what you say, especially when it comes to folks in charge and criticizing them, even if it's online.
Right.
Can really land you in some hot water.
Interesting. Is this, I've heard about this in other countries, but is this pretty unique to Nigeria, or is this...
No, you're right. This isn't just a Nigerian thing. We're seeing this trend pop up globally.
Oh, wow.
Governments around the world are really starting to crack down on what people are saying online.
So for someone like me who, loves to share their opinions online, what are the red flags? What do I need to be careful about?
So first things first, you got to know the rules of the game.
Okay.
Every platform has its own terms of service, and you might be surprised by what's considered, off limits.
Right.
So you got to read the fine print.
Yeah.
And then there's the legal stuff too.
Of course.
Does your country have laws about online speech? Are there topics you just shouldn't touch?
Yeah.
And then think about the real world consequences, Ron.
Yeah.
Like, could your online words get you in trouble with the authorities or your job or even your community?
Wow.
It's a lot to think about.
Yeah, it really is.
But it's better to be safe than sorry.
Definitely better to be safe than sorry.
So for Seanking, what kind of, legal trouble are we talking about?
So Nigeria has these cybercrime laws, right?
Oh.
They've used them before to target folks posting things online that are considered offensive.
Oh, okay.
Or could cause trouble. And these laws, they're pretty broad,
Oh, really?
So the exact charges Seanking faces, well, it really depends on what he actually said.
Okay, so the million-dollar question, what exactly did this guy say to get arrested? I know the article doesn't really give us the specifics, but
Right, yeah.
it's driving me crazy.
I know, it's frustrating, but you know what?
Based on what we've seen before, Nigerian authorities, they don't mess around when it comes to disrespecting the government.
Okay.
Or anything that could lead to, instability. So it's a safe bet that Seanking's comments probably fell into one of those categories.
So you're saying that even a harmless comment could be taken the wrong way?
Absolutely. And that's where it gets tricky for social media platforms, right? They're constantly walking this tightrope between free speech and protecting people from, harassment or dangerous content.
Right.
It's a tough job, man.
It really is. So this whole thing with Seanking makes you wonder, are we seeing more and more social media censorship?
Yeah, I think it's a definite concern.
Yeah.
This case really shines a light on how the space for disagreeing or speaking out is shrinking.
Yeah.
And not just in Nigeria, but globally.
Wow.
Governments and platforms are grappling with how to handle online speech.
Right.
And the stakes are high, man.
This has been really eye-opening.
Yeah, it makes you think.
Yeah, it makes you think twice about what you post online. But it's a conversation we all need to have.
Absolutely.
So, to everyone listening, here's something to think about. How do you think social media platforms should balance free speech and protecting people from harmful content?
It's a big question.
It's a big question, and there's no easy answer. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Thanks for having me.
We'll catch you next time.
See ya.